Hi Aries, welcome to Sophquest Energy. My name is Spence and I'm here to do a February wrap-up reading for you. I have already pre-shuffled your cards, but I'm going to do a few shuffles for you. And we will talk about Mercury retrograde because we are right in basically in the center of its energy. We are in Pisces season. It is Mercury retrograde in Pisces, which is not really about our analytical mind. It really isn't. This is really more about our superconscious, okay? Collective consciousness. What we download from the universe, right? From God consciousness. It is psychic ability. It is etheric and nebulous. It is also an incredible time to get inspired. It is. And I think all Mercury retrograde, if anything, Aries, try to get re-inspired. It's just the time to do that. All right, I'm going to be using the Fountain Tarot today for you. One of my absolute favorite decks. Absolutely is, and it feels really good for this month, I think. All right, and then I'm also going to be using for the Oracle, I'm using the Wisdom of the Oracle by Collette Baron-Reid, and I'll pull two of those for you as well, which I'm going to shuffle for you again now. And these are also pre-shuffled. So Aries, I hope you had a nice Pisces season so far. And I hope that you enjoyed your Aquarius season. And the beginning of the month. So Aries, right now, I think this is an interesting time for you because Mercury retrograde is in your 12th house. And your 12th house is the house of what we have to resolve. It really is. It's the house of our deep resolve. What is it that we have to let go of? What is it that we've learned? Remember, it's the 12th house, right? It's the lessons all the way around the zodiac, and then that etheric, superconscious, God consciousness feeling. And sometimes our greatest lessons come through daydreaming or at night when we're sleeping and we're in tune with the whole of the cosmos. And we wake up with just some kind of new wisdom. It is a beautiful time to really ponder. If you are a songwriter or a painter or any type of creative person, it's such a great time to be creative, and especially if you're dealing with 12th house stuff and your feelings are super deep and you can't really talk about it necessarily because you can't actually probably put it into words, right, Aries? All right, let's choose two for you from this deck. So it's a deep time for you guys, but I think what you're going to find is that either when you talk, you're just all over the place, or you're pretty quiet right now. And I would venture, I guess, to say that you're kind of quiet right now. Even though Aries, right now, you do have some serious energy going on right now. So let's see. Let's pull for you the top two. We have, okay, yeah. Chaos and conflict. So that's, that's what you're letting go of, is the deeper wounds, right, from the 12th house. And go the distance. I love that so much. Go the distance. It's worth it. It's worth it to do the work, to face your shadow, to deal with it, to ask yourself some deeper questions and not be afraid of it, and say, right now in Pisces season, I know that I'm going to get the answer. Somehow the answer will come to me. I'll figure it out and I'll be able to go the distance. You're almost at the finish line. Wow, look at this card, right? It's a zebra, or zebra, depending on where you live in the world, right? But its skin looks like a giraffe. So it's you becoming the real you. Shedding the masks that you wear, shedding the false self-beliefs, letting go of doubt and fear and chaos and conflict. Letting it go, because unresolved feelings end up coming out, right? Being projected out outwardly into chaos or conflict. So instead, go that distance. You're almost there to the finish line, and do that work. Face your stuff and consider letting go and shedding what it is about yourself that you don't need anymore. You don't need the mask. You don't need the crutch. You don't need whatever word you choose. Okay, I'm laying out your Tree of Life spread. And then we are going to talk about that. Let me just lay that out for you. And then I'll take a look and we'll talk about it. So Pisces season is a time when things slow down. Mercury retrograde is a time when things slow down. And it is more difficult, yes, to communicate through technology specifically. Mercury is a fast planet. When it slows down, it just changes the like cellular transference of all this digital, right? The binary code of it all. And, red tape, lost messages, things like that, misinterpretations. So what's really important for you right now, Aries, because it's retrograde in your 12th house, is to be 100% honest with yourself and face what it is that you haven't really wanted to think about, but that you kind of need to think about, because the go the distance card is telling me that there's something that you've been wanting to do, wanting to change, wanting to get to, and you haven't been able to get there yet, but you're close. Wow. That's amazing. Actually, your issue of this Mercury retrograde February wrap-up is the same as Pisces. So if you have a Pisces in your life, this could be about a relationship with that person. Could be, and it could be anyone, a friend, family member, someone at work, doesn't matter. It could be anyone. All right, so let's do your tree. Firstly, the karmic cycle that you're working in right now through Mercury retrograde is the King of Swords, clarity. And not just clarity, decisiveness. The kings are yang energy. So whether you're female or male, however you identify, this is being in your yang energy, and it is the way that you communicate. The way that you communicate and take action forward through communication. So how you represent yourself, or how you advocate for yourself or another, okay? Standing up for yourself by just speaking the absolute truth. Did I show you the card? I think I did. I'll show you again. There's so much inside of you. And maybe, just maybe, you're at that point where you've been learning a lot about yourself and realizing what just doesn't fit you anymore. And you got a lot of colors inside of you that you want to express in your lifetime, but others are falling away because you don't need them anymore. They're just, that you don't align with it anymore for whatever reason. So you're kind of changing that, and you're going to get to the finish line. All right, so the issue right now for you is the Ten of Pentacles, and this is exactly what Pisces got in the same position. So, and this is about commitment. It's about long-term commitment, growth, stability, abundance. This could be about work, family, but most certainly, to get to the Ten of Coins takes time. Pentacles or coins is the slowest moving energy in the elements of the tarot. So you are thinking long term about this. The way it plays out is the Four of Swords. So you are healing. You are. You're looking at your chaos and conflict, your internal stuff, and you are making a decision through Mercury retrograde. You're coming to a decision about who you are, about who you want to be, and about healing the part of you that you never really were. Maybe you tried to be. You might also be healing from things that were said to you with the Swords suit. It's very much about communication, and so is the King of Swords. So this may be about the way that you express yourself to others, or how they express themselves to you, and how you take it in, how you process it, and if it's negative, how you transmute it, right? Taking the chaos and conflict, transmuting it into motivation to go forward. I think you are doing that in this beautiful, watery spirit Mercury retrograde with Pisces, because Pisces is that. It's the daydream. It's the divine inspiration. And, you know, to the negative, we could really go into things that, you know, help us to completely deny everything, drinking, drugs, right? Whatever it is that you indulge in, but to the best of itself. Mercury retrograde in Pisces is about divine inspiration, trusting your sixth sense, going with your gut instinct, and allowing the truth and the knowledge to come to you from a different source, not necessarily from your analytical mind, from facts, but from how you feel. Your feelings are really going to inform you what this chaos and conflict is for you, so that you can go the distance, so that you can reach that goal. The goal of becoming better at being yourself. That's what I'm saying. How do you feel? Ace of Cups. You know this is a new beginning. You can feel it. And I think you're feeling blessed one way or another. Whatever this is about. Pardon? That's my alarm. Whatever this is about, it is something that you want to heal. It's something that you want to make better. You do. But you're feeling hopeful. This is faith too, right? Let's not forget that. You do have faith. And, you know, you're thinking, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what to do first. I think you're trying to figure out how to prioritize things so that you can go the distance, so that you can have this be long-term growth, so that you can sustain the positive energy that this is bringing you now. So this is about how you feel in your day-to-day life, and whether you're being kind and peaceful in your own mind. What are you saying to yourself? What's helping you right now, the gift is the Six of Pentacles, the Six of Coins. Things are in balance. I think financially you're getting there. I think the work that you're doing through Mercury retrograde is more personal, and yet when you're working, you seem to be fine. You know, you're going through this. You are healing. You are healing, because remember that 10 of Coins plays out by you, 4 of Swords, taking time to yourself and healing. Gaining a sense of peace in your mental body, right? You're not thinking negatively. You're trying to really find clarity. You may have different ideas about what you want to do or how to do it in 2020, but this is a beautiful first Mercury retrograde for the year, because it's helping you dream, because it's in Pisces season, and we just had the Pisces new moon. So really this is about beginning a new dream, and this is the energy you need to do it. It is a new feeling. It's a new feeling, so maybe it's forgiveness or peace, faith, whatever it is healing you. You can feel the change. This is what you know about yourself. You feel things are changing. It's getting better. I am leaving this behind. I don't need it anymore. I just have come to realize during this Mercury retrograde that it wasn't really who I am. It's not who I am. And I want to be authentic. It's about authenticity and about going the distance for the rest of your life in authenticity. And you feel that change. You can feel the clock. And isn't that interesting? In the Wheel of Fortune, 12th house. Pisces is the 12th house, Aries. And the Mercury retrograde is in your 12th house. You've learned a lot about yourself. You really, really have learned a lot about yourself in the last year. And you feel the change. You feel the change internally about how you think and feel about yourself and what you need to know about yourself. So what's subconscious coming to the surface, what you're learning about yourself, is the Two of Wands. You now stand at a crossroads. Actually, it's not even a crossroads. You're standing in front of a path that you've chosen, and you're ready to walk down the path. You know you are. Because you can feel the change with the Wheel of Fortune. What you need to know is you will take the right direction. You will. Not because you've figured it out analytically, but because you've felt it, you're feeling it, and you're going to trust your gut. Trust yourself right now above all, Aries. Trust yourself and pray and have faith that the answers are going to be received in a really kind of mystical way. A very Piscean way. Okay? Because the best course of action is to heal. Whatever part of yourself that just didn't seem authentic to who you really want to be. It may have been who you were in the past. I mean, if you say you were a partier and now you want to be serious, you want to Ten of Pentacles it up, you want to, look toward the long term. You're going to do it. You've learned about what your conflict has taught you, right? And we talked about this last month too. These changes are good. Financially, the changes look really good because underlying this knowledge about yourself is that you have really come into your own independence with the Nine of Coins. This is a self-sustaining and confident person. Yin or yang, doesn't matter. Male or female, doesn't matter. You're knowing this about yourself finally. You finally come to a place where you're going the distance. You know yourself. And now you're standing in your truth and feeling like you're willing to go deeper in love. Sometimes it hurts. Sometimes it's wonderful. But loving unconditionally, which is Pisces, right? It takes it all. It's fair and foul weather. It's unconditional love. And that's what you are needing to give to yourself. The challenge is the Four of Wands. The challenge is to put it into practice in your home, in your everyday life, to let it become the walls within which you live. Self-knowledge, self-empowerment, equality, balance and fairness in relationships, knowing your worth at work, and in your family as well. If this is a family card and you had to pull away from family, it was to help you establish independence and to heal some wounds. Figuring out who you are, your authentic self. So way to go, Aries. I mean, that's just beautiful. And you are going to go the distance, my friend. Most assuredly. You are going the distance. You've made the choice. You've made the decision with the King of Swords. He's the final decision guy. You've made the final decision. I'm not going to be in chaos and conflict anymore. I've grown up in a way, it doesn't matter how old you are, you've grown in. I always say once you've grown up, you start to grow inward or not at all. You've grown inward. So I think that's what this Mercury retrograde has been teaching you. So I wish you kindness, reverence, and gratitude. I hope you'll give me a like. Leave me a comment if you would, and tell me what you're thinking. And I would love it if you do share the video as well. I'm hoping to get 1,000 subscribers by the end of March. So if you would like to subscribe, please click on the activation bell and you will get notified. Okay, thanks and take care. Bye, Aries.